If I had $1 to tell you what I'd do, put it in my pocket and walk away from you.
Welcome everybody to the Laura Shepard Show. The Sunday morning edition of this beautiful, positive, uplifting news. We're very excited to have you all here. Welcome to everyone on Facebook. We're very excited to have you. Today we have Abasi Ose of Duo Vita. And he's here with all sorts of super interesting instruments, and I can't wait to see what that entails. We also have Jenny Kennedy. I almost called you Jackie Kennedy. Jenny Kennedy here with the Gypsy Guild, and she has some really, really interesting and fun clothing to show us, and all sorts of ways that we can make all that happen for all of us instead of buying new every single time. So without further ado, I'm going to have Miss Laura come out on the stage and get the show going. Laura Shepard!
Yay!
Thank you, Laura.
Yay! All right, here we are. It is November. How exciting. We got a little bit of cold. That's not as exciting as some other things. Anyways, but I'll tell you what. Something's gonna happen and it could be good. Something's gonna happen and it could be good. Something's gonna happen and it could be good. Something's gonna happen like we knew.
I can't see the camera.
It would. Oh yeah, well things will change and leaves will fall and it will rain. Transform before your eyes. No time for chasing. Why me? Why'd that happen to me?
What is that?
Oh, you never know just how life is going to go. Jump in your boat and roll, roll, roll. Jump in your boat and roll, roll, roll. Something's gonna happen and it could be good. Something's gonna happen and it could be good. Something's gonna happen and it could be good. Something's gonna happen like we knew it would. All right, everybody, think of some good news because later I'm gonna ask you for some. Something's gonna happen and it could be good. Something's gonna happen and it could be good. Something's gonna happen and it could be good. Something's gonna happen like we knew it would. Oh yeah, you gotta aim high and go for your pie in the sky. Go ahead, trust yourself. Everything will right itself. Oh yeah, well life's a stream, so go ahead, follow your dream. Jump in your boat and roll, roll, roll. Jump in your boat and roll, roll, roll. All right, all together downstream. Nobody said you had to roll upstream all the time. Something's gonna happen and it could be good. Something's gonna happen and it could be good. Something's gonna happen and it could be good. Something's gonna happen like we knew it would. I like to sing that song. Hey Facebook, we gotta sing that song because something's gonna happen and it could be good. We keep being reminded about the other stuff. I'm here to remind you that something's gonna happen and it could be good. Had a lovely week. Very excited. One of the things that's so exciting today is that both of our guests happen to know each other, and they are all about making something out of nothing. So, Abasi, will you join me on the stage? This is so fabulous. Yay!
Hello, Laura.
Hello. Yay! Thank you so much. Come on over here and sit down and tell us a little something, something.
Rest my bones.
Rest your bones, yeah. Hey, I really like your fancy shoes.
Thank you.
There's nothing like, here, show them people on Facebook your fancy shoes.
Baboosh.
Baboosh.
Moroccan.
And it's the
Baboosh.
color.
Yeah.
It's the color that I like. They're sunny and bright.
Sunny, Florida, sunshine.
Yeah. So, also, you were telling me that you ran an amazing program for a long time.
Oh, yes, yes. What was I telling you about that?
Well, I don't know. You tell me for 20 years you were doing good things.
Yeah, I just did a 20-year gig for the Arts Council of Hillsborough County. And and I had to pull out there because I had a little back problem. But
Okay, now somebody wants to give Abasi a nice massage because he's so fabulous. Get in touch with him. He needs some help. That's right. Sometimes, you know, somebody brings you some beautiful music, you can maybe bring them a little healing.
I'm all for that.
There we
I'm
go.
I'm open for that.
All
So,
right,
so I had to pull out of that, but I did my program. And I travel all over Hillsborough County and Valrico, Plant City, just all over the place. And I had a program that's called Resourceful Thinking.
Resourceful thinking.
Resourceful
I like
thinking
that.
through the making of musical instruments. And so basically what that is making the most out of what you have to give you what you need. And it's not like a show and tell. So the student would go through the whole process of discovering what it's like to make, you know, something from what seemed to be nothing, you know. So all I want to do is push forward and put another log on that whole mindset of being resourceful in your thinking.
So when you did these programs, did you like bring trash with you for somebody to? I mean, what did you bring into the room?
It wasn't trash.
No, well, stuff. I mean, you know, like
it was-
like
it
an
was
old tin
stuff.
can, I guess. or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. It was like I would bring things from nature, pods, seed pods. I would bring things that are found in the man-made environment, in the natural environment, and I would just show them how you can make this. You can flip it, you can flop it, and you can make it to the thing that you really need. You know? So when they get up, they know exactly, they feel exactly what it is to be a resourceful thinker. So it's an old way, and you know, your grandmother did it, my grandmother did it. They took patches and they made, you know, quilts, and they had a mason jar. They never, you know, mason jar was used as something to drink, you know. So I'm just trying to put another log on that whole way of thinking, you know. So, and everything that I do is, whether it's my music, whether it's being around my house, just being out, I like to just be resourceful in my thinking. And so there's never a lack. So once you understand that there's never a lack.
And also, you do a lot of planting of good foods and stuff. Your yard. We'd had a little walk around my yard beforehand, talking about things that you can grow around here and eat. And I find out that Abasi's yard is full of
Edible. Everything that you could touch in my yard. If you come to my, those who know me, if they were to come to my house, anything that you could touch in my yard, you can eat. Anything. You know, I just told you this morning, like the mangoes.
I
You
learned
can make
something
mango tea
out of the leaves.
You know, I mean, why? You know, health food stores are good, but here you could go out in your backyard and get your fresh green drink from mango leaves, and also your loquats.
I know, loquat leaves. You know what I say? You learn something new every day if you start out stupid enough, and I certainly did.
Keep yourself open. Keep yourself stupid, you know?
Yeah, I couldn't even like hold my head up, you know, like, Lord, I got plenty to learn.
You can always keep yourself stupid.
So you brought some instruments. Why don't we take a little time right now for you to play something or
Let
tell
me
me?
start off with one of the first instruments that I made.
Okay.
Which is two pieces of
Show
wood.
them people there on Facebook.
2 pieces of wood. That's
Yeah,
it.
there you
2
go.
pieces of wood.
That's all you
And
need.
this wood is cedar wood, as a matter of fact. And for some reason in St. Pete, there are a lot of cedar trees. I don't know what happened at one time, but they planted a lot of cedar trees. And so I would just go to a tree every now and then. A piece would fall, or a piece is rotten. That's the beauty of storms. You know, storms have their way of just
Cleaning
like
house.
cleaning house, you know. So things would fall, you know. So I would gather pieces of wood like this and make this instrument that belonged to the clapper family. And clappers are sometimes made, once again, made out of bone.
Bone, yeah.
Sometimes you can find them metal, but commonly they're made out of wood.
Or what I've heard about rib bones from,
Yeah,
you know,
rib
that's
bones
what I've
also.
seen,
Yeah,
rib bones.
Yeah, rib bones is the form of clappers. Yeah, right. And clappers are like, very rarely they're played by themselves. They're always played with other musical instruments, so this is very special today.
Okay.
Very special.
That's what we want. We want special.
So out of 2 pieces of wood, and I'm going to be resourceful today and using 2 pieces of wood, so it goes like this.
with it, but I've never seen anybody put it to their cheek like that. No, we've seen that thing where you go, you know.
That's a natural resonator,
Yeah.
right?
A natural resonator.
It's a natural resonator. That's all it is. Natural
Lord
resonator.
of mercy. This is something.
So yeah, that's a natural resonator. Your mouth is, and your chest cavity. It's a
Right.
natural resonator. And folk people understand this. Tribal people, they understand. So
Right.
they use what's available. It's being resourceful, and I know you are a resourceful thinker, right?
I try.
No,
But I,
no,
and that's
no.
the way, I think being resourceful is being open to listening to what other people, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
I find that
is
like
true.
no matter where I am, sometimes I'm talking to people that seem like they might be drunk or stupid or laying on the ground or whatever, and they start talking at me, and sometimes I go, oh, I don't want to listen to this crazy, you know, and then I say, Laura, shut up and listen. Maybe this person's got something you could learn. So I try real hard, you know, especially when my first instinct is to be like, I ain't talking to them, you know. That's when I say, now watch out, you know, watch out, because you never know.
It's a learning. That's why we're here to learn. It's a learning process, you know. So another instrument.
Let's see that.
This is something that I found in a thrift store.
Yeah.
This unusual object here, and you can see by the shape. I had no idea what it was at one time. It was a part of something. It has 3 holes here. But I use this in a lot of my music. I'm a part of a project that's called Duo Vita.
Duo Vita,
so
yep.
I get a chance to use a lot of these musical instruments and compositions that we make. And so you'll see this a lot of times played with a lot of different instruments. So I went into this thrift store. Oh no, this was an antique store I went into one day. And I found this unusual object, and I loved it. I love the sound. It made this sound like that. I said, wow, I could use this in my music. So I use this a lot in my music. But I tell you what I did. I made a simple mallet by being resourceful. And a simple branch, and put a piece of material around it, and it gave me that sound. So I got a little bit more resourceful in my thinking. And I turned my mallet around, and it gave me this sound.
That's like a singing bowl. Listen to that sucker go. It's funny because you know you see those singing bowls in the store. I don't know how much they sell them for, and I always
Expensive.
thought that it had to be like perfectly round or somehow tooled just perfect. No. I'm gonna try everything now. I'm gonna be going around hitting salad bowls.
Paid about $2 for this, you know.
Oh,
Singing bowls.
Lord.
I like singing bowls. I have singing bowls, but I use this a lot in my music.
And what do you stuff? Sorry, what did you stuff this with?
This is
what
just
it
simple
stuffed with?
cotton.
Just cotton in
Yeah,
there.
cotton around the house.
Okay, now how do you use that in your music a lot?
Well, I use this along with the didge a lot of times, you know. But but before I show you how I'm going to do this, I'm going to introduce you to another instrument.
Okay, this little figure. You
Yeah.
have that one.
This is called a mouth bow. A mouth bow is a simple hunter's bow that's converted into a musical bow. And a lot of, in folk cultures, you have this musical instrument. But this one was patterned after the bow from South Africa. There's a bow in South Africa that's called the auta. And the auta is a simple hunter's bow. And when they want to make music, they turn the bow into a musical instrument by using your mouth as a resonator. So, once again, resourceful thinking, right?
That's right.
You know, I'm hearing music as a hunter. I'm hearing music. So how do I do this?
Right, because
So-
you're not going to carry around your piano while you're hunting
Thank you.
antelopes.
That's right. Thank you. So a hunter said, okay, I'm thinking about music, okay, and I have a hunter's bow. So the hunter turns his bow into a musical instrument, and you know, and just groove on it, you know, like this.
All right. Wow. That is something. Now, wait, I noticed that you had this one mic'd up. So how did you make that happen?
Yeah, okay. Out of resourceful thinking, I said, okay, in tribal culture, amplification comes from everyone being quiet.
Yeah.
Everyone. That's the only way you can hear the sound. So without the mic, it sounds like this. So I put a little mic, a condensed mic into it, just to broaden the sound, open up the sound. because-
Okay, now, it's got a hole in it right here. This whole thing is hollow? What is it? This is a hollow branch? Or?
It's a solid branch.
Oh, it's a solid branch. This hole is just, what's this
The
little teeny hole right there?
that little hole is for the string.
Okay,
You know,
okay, okay.
In tribal culture, the string would be a gut from some type of animal.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to go that route. I didn't want to take a cat.
Oh, what, the
and gut a
vegan,
cat.
our vegan friend here.
I
did
didn't
not
want to gut a
go
cat.
Gut
so,
a cat.
So I use a
Dead cats on the
string.
side of the road, and then you can be.
No, I'm not going that route. So I took an A string
Okay.
and
Okay, so it is a
and
solid piece of wood.
it's a solid piece. So I
And
took an
then-
A string from a guitar,
Yeah.
and this hole here just allows
Yeah,
you
yeah.
to take the string out and
Yeah.
put the string back.
And then this is like a tuner peg down here.
And that-
Just put it
that's
like
a tuner peg. That is what I added on to it. In tribal culture, it would not be a tuner peg.
No.
I just made it a little bit contemporary and just
Yeah.
putting that tuning peg. And also by putting the tuning peg, when I'm playing with other musicians, I can tune it to whatever instrument.
Oh, yeah. Oh, something.
Resourceful.
Resourceful thinking.
So
And so there's just a little teeny, you just drilled a hole in there and stuck a little mic thingy in there.
that's it.
I'll be darned. No. There you go. Get almost anything done if you. Here, show them the tuning peg over there on them Facebook.
Tuning
posts.
peg?
Yeah, just, hold the camera up that way so they can see it a little bit.
So this
So
is the
turn
tune.
it, oh yeah,
This
turn
is,
it this way, that camera
yeah,
there.
this is the tuning peg.
Yeah, there we go.
This is the tuning peg.
That's
This
it.
tuning peg is made out of it's made out of cherry wood. There's a cherry tree in Florida. I'm not getting the name right, but there's a natural cherry tree. It's a bush, and there's little red cherries on this bush. You might
Are they
know
the big fat one, the ones like that are about the size of your thumb?
Yes, and have these like seeds, really hard
Yeah,
seeds.
yeah.
What
They
is
have
that
them down
called?
there in the food forest. It's called a, I don't remember right this second, but it might come to me. Another one, they have them in the Gulfport Food Forest. You can go down there.
But what's happening now with all the development in this area, all of that's being removed and you can't find it. At one point I could find those things, but the wood itself is a very hard wood. It becomes so petrified. This is cherry wood, and this is jacaranda wood.
Yep.
You're familiar with
Yeah,
the
there's jacaranda tree right next to it.
Jacaranda wood is, you can set it out in the sun all day, it will not crack. It's a wood that people still use to make furniture with in South America and in Africa. You know? So we have a lot of natural resources in this area that we could really pick up on and use.
There you go. And when you had it in your mouth, were you humming a little bit too?
Yeah,
Or you can do a little humming to it. Yeah.
It's being resourceful.
Kind of like the mouth harp. You know,
Yeah,
those little metal
it's a
mouth
cousin.
harps.
They're
Yeah.
first and second cousins.
Yeah.
That's right.
Lord, everybody's all related.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Now, where did you grow up?
Who's asking?
I am at the moment.
No CIA.
No CIA, but it is
affiliations.
live broadcasting on Facebook. So
Yeah, my hometown is Virginia.
Virginia.
From DC at an early age to Virginia, Richmond, Virginia.
all right, my Virginia friends there. Y'all know Abasi from DC. I lived in Arlington when I was growing up, and then in Fredericksburg, Virginia for a
Yeah,
long
Virginia.
time.
You know what they say about Virginia?
What?
Virginia is
For
for
lovers.
That's right.
Aw,
That's right.
I love you.
Well, you black, yeah, neighbor. Right.
It turns out. And when did you get involved in music?
Music has always been a part of my life. Has always been a part of my life. If that in sounds in nature, hearing my father do his thing.
What did he do?
He was a home builder. He was a general contractor.
Huh.
And I would go out with him and just to hear the sounds.
The
Yeah, sounds of the trowels hitting
Yeah.
the bricks.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
So that's always been a part of my life, you know.
And did you have formal music lessons anywhere?
No formal, you know, divinely guided, you know.
There you go.
Self-taught, divinely guided.
Did you play in a rock and roll band when you were growing up?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, come on now.
Yeah, I
Every
did.
teenager has to play
I
in a
did.
rock and roll band.
I did. We had a nice band, nice rock and roll band.
And how long have you been with Duo Vide?
Duo Vita is a project that we started like 5 years ago, and my music colleague, Teresa Orusa, she's an amazing artist. Her imagination is out there, you know, and that's what we bring. We bring to Duo Vita the imagination. We transport people through our imagination, and music has lost the imagination in music. You know, when I was coming up, people would tell stories, and through your stories, through the music, it would just lend itself to imagination. You know, now all music is A, B, C, D, and everyone is, you know, have just left that out.
Yeah,
Let
and
it go down.
perfect. You know, that's one of the things about music now. Everything's perfectly on pitch, perfectly in time, and it's lost a little bit of its organic thing. Where are you guys playing next?
Let's see, what's our next gig? Creative Soul Studio, December the 1st. Do you know what it is?
No, where is Creative Soul?
Creative Soul Studio is.
Is
I
it
think
in Gulfport?
it's 2400 block of Central Avenue. You can't miss it. Creative Soul Studio. Nice place, nice atmosphere. You come in, you can lounge, you can drink your tea, you can drink your coffee, you eat your bagels, you eat all type of. It's just a nice, comfortable lounging place.
Do they have like painters and stuff in there?
All the
I
time.
might have been in there. Is it 2 rooms?
Yes.
Yes, I have been
Yes,
in there.
yes.
Yeah. I remember there was a funny African guy that was painting cars and stuff. Stone, I think he painted your van. Wasn't it from that place? That's where I met him. All right. Well, that is
Yeah.
amazing. In a minute here, we're going to get Jenny up here to talk to us. But you want a little? You got one more little something? something?
Let me introduce you to this instrument.
Oh yes.
This is a clay pot, ceramic pot. If you research, all folk people, all tribal people, they have some sort of clay percussive pot, you know. And so, instead of a pot with a membrane on it,
Like a drone,
skin.
yeah, yeah.
You know, they once again resourceful thinking. They use a clay percussive pot. This pot was I found in a antique shop. It was up under the table, and it had old rustic water catcher. Yeah, and I looked at it. I'm resourceful in my thinking, and I said, no, it's not. And so I tapped on it. Oh, I loved it. So it gave me a nice sound, and I said, this will become my percussive pot. Some percussive pots are called udu. That's a very common name
Yeah,
now. Udu.
udu drum,
Everyone knows a percussive pot as udu, but percussive pots have so many different names based on the tribe and region.
Yeah.
And before they are giving a name, there's a whole ceremony in giving a musical instrument its name. So I just call this my percussive pot.
That's it.
But
Did
if
you
you want to
have
call
a
it a
Sarah? Did
hoodoo-
you no? But I mean, did you give it? I mean, like they're all percussive pots. But when you say they have a naming ceremony, like does it have a name like Sam or like a special name?
Sam?
Or I don't know.
It could be
or,
Sam. It could be Samantha.
Samantha, well, I just wondered how to-
but the whole point is you want to name that, give it importance, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
But I haven't done that yet
Okay,
to this part,
well,
you know.
it will-
Maybe one day.
We'll get you
I
back
can
when you
do
got
that.
a name for your pot.
Cool. I like that. So out of resourceful thinking, the clay percussive pot would sound like this.
Our next guest is Jenny Kennedy. We're going to get her up here. My understanding is that you all know each other.
Yes, we do.
Isn't she fabulous?
Fabulous with an F on it.
Fabulous with an F. Jenny, why don't you come and join us up here? Bring some. Jenny's got some fabulous things that she's going to bring up. Yay! Oh, thank you so much. Sit right there next to Abasi.
Jenny!
Yay!
Alright. Hello everybody. Thank you for having me on the show.
Okay.
And thank you for playing. As always, incredibly inspiring.
Well, Ken, we're resourceful thinkers. I know what you do.
Yeah.
You're a resourceful thinker also, so.
Yeah, it's funny when you were playing. When you were playing, I had to do a little interpretive dance. You know,
can't
like
not.
it moved. Yeah, it
You
moved
can't
me.
not.
So
Is that what that was?
that was yeah. We call that interpretive
I didn't
dance.
know. I didn't know.
Yeah,
I,
interpretive dance.
I know I had water available if you needed
No,
it.
no. Okay. That's
Well, Abasi, I brought a couple things, and I wanted you to choose which one you'd be interested in. Let me tell you what they are. They're meditation cushions made from upcycled materials that I've hand painted.
Upcycle.
Upcycled. Resourceful thinking. When we met, it was about 4 years ago, and shortly after we met, I started getting donations of materials from a local sign printing company. So all the cloth banners, at the different stadiums, like the Buck Stadium, when there's a remnant piece or it's misprinted, I have the opportunity to turn it into something.
Wow.
I came up with my company's line inspired by your resourceful thinking. My line is do something with it that makes something of it.
Do
Because
something with it that makes something of it. Yeah.
when you have that attitude and you know that attitude is possible, you look at everything and you realize that bowl sounds amazing, and you become world class at being world class with that attitude. You
That's
inspired
right.
that in me.
Yes.
So thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Nice.
you.
Yeah, so these are meditation cushions. They're pretty firm. It's a lot more firm than they look.
Are you giving them to me?
I'm gonna allow you to choose which one you want.
I like this.
Laura, you like that one?
I think this reminds me of water. I like this.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I need a
So-
cushion for meditation.
Yeah, and it can help with your back. Is there a place that can I sit right here
Yeah.
to kind of show you
Yep,
guys?
yep, yep.
I'm gonna do this with my back to the camera a little bit, but when you sit on it, you want to sit with just on the edge,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
so
Yes.
that your
Mm-hmm.
ankles are lower than your tailbone.
Yes.
This
Yes.
elongates your spine,
Okay.
and then depending on how wide your hips are, you don't want the cushion to be too wide,
Mm-hmm.
so that your hip bones can fully open.
Mm-hmm.
And that will help with your back pain.
I see what you're saying.
See,
Thank
asking you
you.
shall
Thank you.
receive.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. Well, all that meditating I've been meaning to do. I'm gonna start.
Yeah.
I'm gonna commit to 1 full week of meditation.
Good.
15 minutes a day for a week.
Good.
Wow.
I listened to this Abraham Hicks stuff, and she says you don't have to meditate for hours.
You don't.
15 minutes.
You don't.
Quiet your mind for 15 minutes, and I've been meaning to do it, and because of this gift, and for you all, I'm going to commit to 1 full week. I don't know what will happen after that, but I can do it for 1 full week.
You
Yeah.
can.
I
You
can do it,
can.
and I might be able to do it for the rest of my life. It might
You
change my life so much. so.
Already do. Sometimes it's about realizing when you're doing it and being more precise with what you're doing during those times. Cooking is a natural time of meditation.
Mhm.
Bathing, gardening,
Yeah, I guess you know.
creating art, all of that puts your body into a state of openness that is translatable through meditation. This is great. My company, every product I create, I hope to inspire wellness. Conversation inspires wellness. So something that I've learned through my research about meditation, and they're studying at UCLA with wellness-based medicine, is that through meditation, one person in the study was able to turn off and on upwards of 500 different genes in a single month.
Yeah, 1 month of meditation.
That's
I didn't
just-
commit to a whole month, just a week.
Just to keep you inspired, to
Right, right,
empower
right.
you.
Right.
Meditation isn't just an experience of feeling whole and grounded. It's also an opportunity to engage with the reality that we're also a part of. And if meditating can help you towards wellness, I want to inspire that conversation.
Yes.
You know?
Yay.
But do it, and doing something that's set aside for that only, you'll start to realize the parallels between all the other things that bring you into that state.
Mhm. I feel like playing music. You know, one of the things about meditation is the idea of quieting your chatter in your mind. And the nice thing about playing music is when I start playing a song, it's like I have to pay attention to the words and the singing and the lyrics, and it keeps me from thinking too much about other things. And so even playing music is somewhat meditative. You know, it keeps you focused on what it is you're doing.
You know, what I discovered in meditation, it helps. If you have a beautiful, like, yard,
Yard?
trees
yeah,
in
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
avocado trees, low white trees, you could always pick a tree and put your cushion up under that tree, always the same tree, and come back to that tree and meditate under the tree. And meditate outside is the best.
Okay.
And don't worry about the fire ants.
Oh no.
Sooner or later they will go.
Yeah.
They will mind their own business. They will know exactly what you're doing. They'll pick up on your vibes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So find a tree.
I got one. Got more than one. I got ones I planted and then ones that were here when I came. Oh my gosh, Jenny, how fun. Who knew that we'd be talking about meditation here? I thought we were going to be talking about recycled clothing.
Well,
So let's bring it on.
yeah.
That's like, see, we'll talk about it all.
we should talk about it all. Everything that I make is from upcycled materials. The company, because it's in its early stages, it's not always very easy to explain what it is. It's a cottage industry, which means that everything is manufactured in a domestic setting. It's also a lifestyle-based company, which means that the wellness or the lifestyle of the people making it or the consumer is considered in the making of the product. I create a product that has close to zero waste. I'm actually the company that donates to me throws away 300 to 500 pounds of material waste a week. So you can see how dense this product is. It's fairly heavy for what it is.
Heavy.
I need to do this for my own sense of well-being. I need to do this for the sense of well-being for my community. It's an educational opportunity to create product like this to teach people that there are resources around that we have available to us, and if we don't use them, we're going to drown in them.
Yeah.
So, with clothing is textile waste is one of the largest contributing pollutions on the planet. So this is a conversation we need to have. Let's have a really good one about it. This is a dress that I've made entirely out of upcycled materials. You kind of step behind you. This piece, which is printed, it's a hand-painted silk screen that I created to tell a story, because I believe storytelling is always a part of the process. It's whether or not you realize it or include it in the delivery. So to inspire conversation towards healing, I like to tell this story, which is a story about creation. And the print itself is called Exploding Yin Yang Flower. The yin yang is about duality at peace. When you're at peace, there's no vibrational frequency moving between the two.
That's a boss dress.
And so,
Boss dress. I like how you put all
thank
this.
you. It's kind of a long conversation. I'm trying to condense it, but in order for free will to exist or matter to organize itself into all the things that we have, which also tells a story, you needed to take two parts of something that would be neutralized and separate them. And they're always entangled to each other. And in the process of being pulled apart, are always communicating what's happening from the context of this and the context of this as well. And it's about music and frequency. It's called somatics. And it's where you take a frequency and you have sand or salt or something on a plate and it organizes into patterns.
Right. And that's so cool. You've seen that.
If you study the wisdom of our planet that's available to us, thank you, Internet, you can find a lot of common ground. So this is an image I created to kind of explain it is all frequency. And there is going to be that sense of like, used to be at peace, and now we're like this, but it's because of this that all these things can be organized like somatics and levitated into the life that we have now. So this is a dress that I created to help people take on that energy in their being and resonate with it. I'm aware of how the placement affects what part of the body. It's meant to encourage conversation. It's entirely made out of upcycled materials. You know, 2 different t-shirts, part of a skirt.
And people can find you at the Gulfport Market, right? Or
I
not?
do Gulfport Art Walk when
Gulfport
it's
Art
not
Walk?
rained out or tornadoed out, or I don't have another obligation. I've been pretty busy trying to get my brand out, but I'm doing Gulfport Art Walk, Blue Raven Full Moon Market, which is at Cage Brewing. It's It's on the 13th and the 24th this month.
Okay.
You get Bulla on the 10th. We do a market
They
there.
have a market, yeah.
And I'll say the rest for my good news.
Okay. All right. And you made the clothes you're wearing.
Oh, right.
So, and then we'll take a little break from this and
Okay.
Okay, these are the clothes
So-
you're wearing. She made them.
I like to make clothes that you can dance in, that you can move, that work for all kinds of environments. These I created because I spend a lot of time outside. I don't want the mosquitoes to bite me. So on the foot part, you can put it down
Oh, cool.
and still wear your flip flops.
Yeah.
There's a lot to this garment that's engineered, so getting a translatable garment for all different sizes that's the process I'm in now with this garment. You can have straps on it, so you can pull it up and wear it like a romper. Which,
That's ingenious.
if you're a new mother and you're breastfeeding, which I did, I have a 2-year-old now, it's great to have something that you can be nurturing your daughter and should someone show up, all of a sudden you're like, when you're done with that, you're all squared away.
I love it.
Yay! All right, thank
It's
you
also
so
beautiful.
much for
Very
sharing
beautiful.
that. I'm going to
Yes.
give you a little break, and I'm going to get Lucy up here and sing a little song, and then we'll get you back up for a little bit more. Oh, thank you so much,
Oh,
Jen.
thank you.
are so amazing.
Ooh.
Oh, yay! Like, there's so many things in the world. Okay, this is the part of the show where I'm going to sing a little song with Lucy, and then I'm going to ask for some good news. Anybody out there in Facebook world that wants to? Today is the 4th of November. On the 6th of November, we can all go vote. Vote!
If you haven't already.
So that's why I'm going to sing this song right now. It's called The Stand. You ready, Miss Lucy? I am ready. Let me tell you something. It ain't easy and it ain't right. But sometimes a little guy, he's got to stand to fight. Well, I'm not going down and I'm not going to drown. I'm going to jump in that river and swim. I'm not going down, and I'm not going to drown. Well, you're going to see me win. That's right. You're going to see me win. Now you know I don't fight for what you're doing. It's just not right. You might be big and you might be tough, but your hand I will call. And you'll get mad and you'll play rough, but I will see you fall. I will see you fall. Where I stand, I can see all the ways you're cheating me. And do you even sleep at night knowing it's a sin? If I don't stand to say what's right, well, I've let the devil in. Letting the devil in. It ain't easy and it ain't right, but sometimes a little guy's got to stand and fight. I'm not going down, I'm not going to drown. I'll jump in the river and swim. I'm not going down, I'm not going to drown. You're going to see me win. You're going to see me win. Well, you know the fastest way to hell is if you know a truth, but you don't tell. It's not alright to hide behind the fact that you are small. We're all small. Stand up tall and you will find someone to heed your call. The Lord will heed your call. It ain't easy and it ain't right, but sometimes a little guy's gotta stand and fight. I'm not going down, I'm not going to drown. I'll jump in the river and swim. I'm not going down, I'm not going to drown. You're going to see me win. Yeah, you're going to see me win. Woo! That's the power of people. Thank you, Lucy.
Always a pleasure.
All right. has got some good news out here in the audience? Who's got a good news? Okay, good news over here.
Next Saturday and Sunday, we're going to have Art Life St. Pete.
Okay.
9 galleries, 16 artists, a tour.
Oh my goodness. And there's another one called Art Jones after that. So we are like, this town is amazing. What is this one called again?
Art Life St. Petersburg.
Art Life St. Petersburg. That's good news. Art Life. Life. Okay, good. All right. Who else has got some good news?
I've got some good news.
Okay, what's your good news?
I'm a new resident artist at Local One Shops here in Gulfport.
Yay!
So I'll be there 2 days a week, which is great, so I can start working on custom orders, and there's a lot of product available, including the meditation cushions that people should go check out.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. Somebody else? Good news from the audience?
I
Okay.
have good news.
All right.
Connect with those who are cultivating food forests. I just
yeah.
connected today with someone else that's cultivating the food forest,
Yeah.
and
Plant more food. That is good
plant more
news.
food. Yeah.
That's good news. Is there anybody in Facebook land that has some good news?
Well, Scott Hopkins wanted to say hi to Abasi,
Okay,
and
hi.
that he was trying to get Moosin here to watch. So that's good news. We're getting more people to check out the Laura Shepherd
Okay,
show. So
good.
great. And we have new audience members this week. So
Oh yeah, nice audience members. Do you guys have something good you want to share with the crowd? Nothing? Nothing good's happening in your world? Oh, we got some here, right here. What do we got?
Well, I co-authored in a book, Women Who Influence, and it's about uplifting and inspiring other people's souls. So I have autographed copies available if anybody would like.
Okay, and say the title again.
Women Who Influence.
All right, and where can people find it? Online or?
On my website,
Okay.
TamaraBenson.com, TamaraBenson.com.
Okay, Women Who Influence. We need that.
absolutely.
All right. Any other good news? Anybody else? That was pretty good.
That's a lot of good
That's
news.
a lot of good news. Okay, I'll tell you what's good news. We're going to get Abasi up here to show us some more of his fabulous instruments. Yay!
Okay. I'm gonna flow into wind instruments. This is we're all familiar with the conch.
Oh yeah, look at that.
We live in Florida. Yeah. We live in Florida, so we should know what conch shells are all about. This is a massive conch shell.
That is a big
This
one.
is not just a conch shell. This is called a horse conch shell. And you familiar with horse conch shell?
No, but there's one.
A dear friend.
Florida's native conch.
Yeah,
It's
Florida
Florida's
native.
native
Dear
conch.
friends, Elizabeth and Herman. Elizabeth Neely and Herman Trapp.
Oh, we're going to get Herman on. We had Elizabeth on the show last time, and we're going to get Herman on here one day to talk to us.
Very
They're
good
amazing
friend, very
people.
good. Herman just didn't know what to do with this one. He said, let's give it to Abasi because I'm a resourceful thinker.
Yeah.
And so I took it home, and I think it had a little head, it had a little lip right there, and I think I cut that off, and I made it into a natural horn. This is one of the first horns, and they are still played now in a lot of folk culture. They're played in contemporary music now, but once again, we're going to use this in a resourceful way. And so I use this in my music to lend itself to imagination. Yeah, simple conch.
That was a whole story right there in
That
itself.
was cool.
Right.
And so the other wind instrument is a piece of wood with a hole in it. And this piece of wood with a hole in it, a hole there, and a hole there, it has over 100 different names. A lot of people know it as the didgeridoo
Didgeridoo is
or
the name of it.
Kadaki.
Kadaki.
Or Kadaki. You know, the Aborigines of Australia, they call it many, many names. One of the names would be Kadaki. And it's just a piece of wood with a hole in it, bored out by termites. We all know what termites are. We live in Florida. Termites do all the boring. A lot of times people ask, well, why didn't the termites come out through the side? Because termites love the dark. They don't like the light. So they stay in the middle, they bore through. And so out of resourceful thinking comes this piece of wood with a hole in it. Nothing more, nothing less. That's it. You have to bring this to life by discovering what resourceful thinking is all about. And so
I love the way you keep saying that over and over. Resourceful thinking, resourceful
I have to
thinking. He's
keep-
like,
I have
it's
to
like a
keep
mantra.
saying it. Yes. And so, out of resourceful thinking comes a sound that can inspire, that moves, that push, and it's truly is left up to the player. Nothing that you could do on this piece of wood with a hole in it is incorrect. Anything you bring to it is correct. Nothing. So there's no am I playing it wrong? No, you're not playing it wrong. You know?
You're playing it and that's right.
You're playing it, that's right. So let me start off with drone sound, and then I'll end up with bouncy, bouncy sound. Bouncy, bouncy sound is just rhythmic sound. So drone sound.
That would be great meditation. Look, we've only got about 3 minutes left. I want to say, first of all, that the whole time he's blowing, he's breathing in and blowing out at the same time. They call it circular breathing, and it is amazing. And so, just so you know, like, he's got to keep blowing that whole time because this thing is just hollow. And before we stop, talk a little bit about this rain stick. We got exactly 2 minutes before
What about the rain stick? Rain stick is...
You made it.
Of course I made it.
Of course he made it.
Rain stick is made out of black bamboo, purple bamboo. At one time you could find a lot here, but with so much of the development, they're cutting it down, and so you can really find it. So it's made out of purple bamboo. And what else you want to know about it?
What's inside it?
I have crushed glass in it.
Crushed glass.
And so I have over 1,000 pegs, and that's what's causing the slow descent of the crushed glass. That's what's causing the sound.
Yeah, and there's over 1,000 pegs going in like this.
Yeah. Wow.
All right. Okay, this show is just about over. I'm gonna say thank you all for coming and being in the audience. Thank you all on Facebook. I want you all to